What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Ken Frederick Podcast, special number 14, Pokemon Go Gym Update.
Woo! Our third Pokemon Go episode.
Yeah, we're on a roll.
Yeah. So if you like what you're hearing here, check us out at kfpodcast.com, at KF Podcast on Facebook, at Ken Fred Podcast on the Twitter, at Ken Frederick Podcast on the Instagrams and the YouTube.
At KenPokeballs.org.
Soon to be GB Comic Top.
Don't start.
Check us out at tvcomictalk.com.
If I start reading Pokemon comics, it'll feature on DB's comic.
dbsnuts.com.
So what is this? What is this one about?
I don't know. It's about gym updates?
Well, they did the big update, another big update where they took down all the gyms.
Yes.
They were offline for like
Kicked everyone out.
2 or 3 days.
Yep.
Then they brought them back and they totally redesigned them. They did an update on them, and I think it's great how they're working right now.
Yeah, I agree. Now, so they look cooler. I like when you go into it, instead of flipping through who's in there, they all kind of look
They're all kind of like hanging out.
It looks like an Avengers team shot. They're like,
It does.
They're all like hanging out in the lobby. Like,
And they're all to scale, too, which is the best.
yeah, it is cool the way they're just sort of sitting there.
You can just throw a Pikachu in there and then a Steelix, and it's just so off, and it's great.
And they're not as crazy powered up as it got to at
No.
the end.
Yeah.
Before they kicked everybody out the gyms, you were looking at things that were like 3,800,
Yes.
ridiculous level, which I think people had to cheat to get that high.
Yeah.
Now they're all like 1,500 to 2,000, which they're manageable. You can
Yeah.
go in there and actually
Yeah.
interact.
It
Instead
might
of
take a
going
little while, but you have a chance now.
You have
of
a
beating
shot.
them.
Yeah.
And if you're by yourself sitting somewhere, you can do some fighting and like try to level
Maybe knock
yourself.
a couple guys off the
Yeah.
gym
Yeah.
or something.
What's also cool though too is if you can't put a Pokemon in before, you just kind of like, oh well, there's nothing I can do at this gym. Now you can actually drop off berries to help out the Pokemon that are in there. Someone doesn't know how to mute their phone.
What an idiot.
We're getting sued for that one.
10 seconds.
Less than 10 seconds.
Yeah, so they
What if the
changed
song
them.
itself is less than 10 seconds? I'm sorry.
It's okay. I like that they also put the gym gets taller the more that are in there.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a cool feature.
I also like the fact that now gyms are actually Pokestops.
Gyms are Pokestops, which that's a good thing.
Yes.
Because, it's cool to have one in there and you get, like, medals from each one you go
Yep.
to.
And you get more stuff if your team owns the gym.
Exactly. I noticed
True,
that too. You
yeah.
get the bonus.
Which team are you on again? What color?
I'm Instinct, the yellow team.
Let me just say this. Whoever red people are, they are everywhere in
Yeah.
Cranberry. Every gym is dominated by the Reds.
Well, here's my philosophy. Blue is like, I'm blue. It's like, we're
I'm
playing,
blue.
we're
Yeah.
hanging
Blue,
out.
Dabba-dee-da,
Yeah,
Justin's
that's
favorite song.
He's not paying attention. He's playing Pokemon. Yellow is also like casual. I feel like red's like fascist. Like they're like, let's organize. We're gonna check all
Oh
these
my
gyms.
God,
I
they
think
are everywhere.
I think a lot of people too switch to red, trying to like cash in on other people who are into it.
Oh yeah, I agree. I'm
They're
fine with
everywhere.
blue.
I mean, you remember me and you went last Thursday when they started these gyms.
Yep.
We put Pokemon in the blue ones by the park by my
Yeah,
house.
I got 2 coins for it.
The next day, they were all gone. The Reds have taken over those. They're all loaded up with their guys. Like, holy shit, these Red players are for real.
I live Brock's old church. I live right next to it, and it's a Pokestop or it's a Poke Gym. It's usually blue. That's why I chose it, so I could help out with the guys in the area are all blue. Every once in a while, in the middle of the night, Red just comes in, takes it over, and throws 7 Pokemon in it. And it's got to be nerds driving around at night.
It's crazy.
And it's got, because I feel like they're more organized.
They
Like,
are organized. They are really organized.
I like to think that there's nerds just being like, all right, we got to get into mom's
Calling each
caravan."
other.
Yeah.
You get your mom's station wagon. You pick us up.
Yeah.
We're going to go down and we're going to knock those blues out. for the
How many
last time.
how many power packs you got charged? I got like 6 power packs. We can play till like 4 in the morning.
It's the return of the Bloods
Yeah.
and the Crips.
It is.
They also made it so you can only have one of each species of Pokemon on
Yes.
a
Which is
gym.
good
Which
because
is cool.
yeah.
Instead of going and seeing 20 Vaporeons in one.
Or
gym.
Blissies, which take the full 90 seconds to knock out.
Yeah.
Oh, those are the worst.
That's
They don't
cool.
take any damage for some reason. They also like retooled the power level of each of
Yeah.
the characters
Yeah.
to make it a little
and then
more.
they turned, and then the next thing they did to them was we did the badges. They have the items in there. They did raids.
So I got a raid badge, but I haven't participated, so I don't know much
Oh,
about
raids
this.
are a blast.
Raids are fun.
Okay.
So the raids they started doing were they put an egg above the Pokestop. and it's usually about an hour and a half before it'll say a raid is starting soon in your area. So
Okay.
I guess that's so that you can maybe get people together and go there. You got time.
Yeah.
And then during that raid, it's open for that long. You don't have to take part in the entire raid, like for a whole hour. It's open, but you can go in there and challenge the. So there's different levels of it, but like the one me and Brock did, we fought a crocodile or whatever,
Crocodile, yeah.
and he was like
5,000-ish.
5,000 somewhere around there.
Oh,
Or,
wow.
he was. Some of these ones, like there's ones with Snorlaxes in it. They're like 30,000, 20,000.
Yeah, there's 5 different tiers.
Okay.
There's 1 to 5 stars. 5 stars you can only participate in. And I don't even think they've started yet, but you have to be level 35 and up to participate in that.
Wow.
And that's where you get the legendary
You have to be
birds.
21 up now to participate, right?
Right, in
Yeah,
the regular raids.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's how they're going to do the birds is through these raids.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're
And
gonna-
you too as well.
They're gonna have them.
Ah.
Well, I'll get to them because I think I know where they're gonna debut at. But
Chicago
yeah.
thing.
So right now, so they have it. You go in there and you fight this guy, and he was like 5,000. If you have enough like people, or you have and like we could take them on now with what we have, but some of them, I took part one. It was like 11 or 12,000.
I
The
needed
more
help with that.
the more people you have, you take them on. Once you beat them, then they give you 10 white Pokeballs.
It's based on your performance as on the team. Like the highest guy gets 11 balls.
Yeah.
Like the next guy
Okay.
gets 10 down the line.
and you're in there one-on-one with him. Now you can catch them, and you have like you can use your candies, you can use
Okay.
your berries and all that, and you get to catch them. This crocodile jumped out like 7 times, so I finally got him. And then when you get him, then you get a couple special items. You got like a special raspberry that's like
the
more
golden
powerful.
raspberry,
And then
Okay.
you get what were they called? The candies.
rare candy.
Rare candies, which are cool.
So is it like the game where you get to evolve, or?
Well, they made it a little different. You can change them into any candy of any Pokemon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So if you're one candy away from doing your Charizard,
Okay.
you can use this candy for that.
And they give 2 to 3 per raid. I've participated in.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's cool. And then you got the guy. We got the crocodile who was new. I didn't have him.
Yeah, I've never
Yeah.
even seen a Totodile.
I have a Totodile.
Yeah, I have a Totodile as well.
But it's neat.
It's from riding that fucking bus.
Yeah, it's true.
The only my only problem I've seen so far with it is it doesn't seem like there's a lot of people participating.
No,
So
it was like real hot at first.
Yeah.
And now
So-
it's like because you can only do 1 a day, basically.
So like I don't have a
And-
Snorlax, and I
Yeah.
saw that there was a Snorlax that was like he was like 18,000, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go down to that end of the park. I want to catch this guy, so I went into there, and there was one other guy there, and he like wasn't joining in. I'm like, I can't beat this guy. I tried to beat him on myself, but you only get 4 Pokemon against the guy.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, I put my
timed.
four best in who were
In
like
2 minutes, I think. 2.5 minutes.
2,500 apiece, the 4 best ones I have, and I couldn't touch them. Like I'm like, all right, well, if you don't have anybody else that's gonna
Yeah,
play
you
this
just have
with
to
you,
get organized and.
you know,
Well, it's almost, I feel like, unfortunately, the rural areas, you're going to suffer from that.
yeah,
But if you're going, like, if you go to a baseball game and they're going to do one of those and you have everyone, like, all the kids that are in the arena.
yeah.
the
If
stadium,
everybody's there, yeah, they'll
Yeah.
be knocking them out left
or,
and
like,
right.
you know, light up night. Big times when that's shit.
Yeah.
That's actually also, I hope that they would do for, if there's more people playing the game in an area and a concentration, they should have a higher level.
So
Yeah.
speaking of that, this event that we were talking about, there's an event coming up in Chicago in July.
The best fight that's going to happen in Soldier Field all
It's
year.
not at Soldier Field; it's at Grant Park,
Damn.
where the Cubs celebrated their World Series parade at.
Their third one in how many years?
Stop it. They're going to have this big event, and they're going to have like huge. They're actually going to have bases set up for each team. That's like a big tent, and it's air conditioned. They're going to be having food and beverages. You
It's
can
sold
go-
out in like 20 minutes.
Sold out already. You can go in there and hang out with like members of your red blue team or whatever. You have to show them what you are when you go in.
Yeah.
And then they're going to have big raids set up and big battles set up, and I think that's where the legendary Pokemon are going to make their debut. They're going to be in like
good.
special things there that you can fight them. But it looks fun. I mean, how much was it per ticket?
I don't think it was expensive.
It wasn't very expensive. It was
Wasn't
like
very
30
expensive,
bucks.
but
I
it's
think.
sold out pretty quick. It looks like a cool event. I mean, I would like
I
to
hope
go.
they do one nearby here.
They should. I mean, why wouldn't they do one in every city?
They probably. I mean, I'm sure they're just testing it out. There's going to be one here in Europe, and then Asia's going to have one too.
Yeah, and see what they're all like.
Mm-hmm. We forgot to mention there's another new item that you can get from raids too. The technical machines. They're from the more rare raids, like the 4 and 5 star ones, I guess, from what I've read. And you can teach your Pokemon a new move with it,
Oh,
like in the Game Boy games.
that's cool.
And that should, I mean, because then say you have a Charizard that ends up with a dragon type move, he doesn't get the bonus for being fire type, and you get to switch his move out or whatever.
The only thing I don't like about it is when you visit a gym now, you get a raid pass.
Yeah.
You can only get one of those a day. So when you use that, say like we go to and we do a raid, if you want to join any more raids that day, you have to go buy passes.
For $1.
For $1.
Well, I mean, I can understand there's a business aspect of it.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're going...
Can you hold more than one raid pass?
No.
Wow.
I did find that if you don't use it right, I didn't use mine today.
Yeah.
If I used it tomorrow, I'd probably end up getting 2 raid passes tomorrow, just because I never actually got one today.
You didn't get one that day, so most you can get is 2 a day.
Yeah.
Carried over into another day.
Because that happened to me once.
What's that noise?
Justin breathing.
What noise?
No, I heard is it your phone or something? I thought you're playing Pokemon Go over there.
I have a fun raid story. I was trying to catch there was a wheezing raid in Flag Park at Rochester.
Uh-huh.
And I was trying to do it myself. It was a 12,000. I was on my 4th attempt trying to do this. And all of a sudden this guy comes around the corner of the wall. There was this big mural. And he comes around the other side of the wall, and he just helps me. I say, "Hey, thanks, buddy." He doesn't even acknowledge that I said thanks to him. Goes back around the wall, and I see him get in his dad's car and drive away.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, the crocodile one that I was in, there was kids trying to beat him, and I don't think they had a lot of powered up guys. And I have a couple heavy hitters now from these events that we've had, and they were sitting there, and I heard them like, ugh, and I like waited, and they went back in, and then I just kind of like, I was walking the path, I walked off, walked up, stood next to them all creepily like, and just joined in. They were like, kind of looked at me like, oh, like who's this? And then we beat the guy together, and I threw my 5 Rhinehorns that I have in there or whatever, and then they were like, thanks. And I was like, no problem. 42-year-old guy here helping out some 10-year-olds.
Not creepy at all.
Not creepy at all. And then I walked over and I was like, Saber's like, where were you at? I'm like, I just helped some little kids. We beat a crocodile. She was like, I don't know why I'm married to her. I was like, yeah, never mind. It's important.
I think the raids are a lot of fun though.
I gotta participate in one. Maybe the gym up the street I can go up tomorrow.
See what's going on with them.
Yeah. It's only a handful of gyms doing it right now because it's still in beta testing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why it's always been. There's always 3 in New Brighton that are the same ones over and over again.
Maybe I'll just pay for a bus pass for tomorrow.
Did you notice any Pokestops got turned into gyms too?
Yeah, one of the churches by my house got turned into a
And
gym.
it's cool because it's still a stop. So they technically didn't remove the stop.
There's actually now, if you think about it, even more stops because of the gyms are stops as well.
I love that because now the pool at the school was a gym. So now I can get some Pokestops while I'm at
You
work.
can be cool at the pool at the gym at the school. And
so you told me today you've been noticing that they've been adding every 2 weeks they're changing spawning areas.
Yeah, the nests are changing.
The nests
every 2
are
weeks.
changing.
is this one up here still Scythers?
I wasn't there today. Yesterday was still Scythers. I don't know
think
if
it
it's
changes
changed or
on
not.
Thursdays. That's what
So
I
we'll
read.
see. I mean, me and him, like I said, we were at my son's baseball game yesterday, and Brock stopped by, and there was Voltorbs everywhere, which I
That's
never
great.
see those anywhere.
I need to get. I have some, but I don't have.
Hopefully it hasn't changed yet.
Yeah.
Because like I saw one, I was like, oh, I never see these guys. I'll get one. Then I'm like,
Everywhere.
oh, another one. I'm like, we got a nest. And then we're walking
I love
around
when I stumble
everywhere.
upon a nest. There was a Chikorita nest. I didn't find it until too late. Then there was a Squirtle nest where in 1 week I got 125 Squirtle candy to get.
Jesus.
Well, you found that.
The Machop one. I almost have
one.
enough to do two Machop.
I know.
Two Machamps.
That's a good one for these raids and stuff.
Oh, is it?
Because most of the things because there's only a handful of Pokemon you can get in the raids right now. Most of them are weak to fighting type. And he's like the only good fighting type in the game so far.
Him and Rhydon aren't bad.
Yeah.
You know, for all that candy I had to get for that Gyarados, it sucks in gyms.
Yeah,
He
because he's a straight water.
He
type,
doesn't.
basically.
He gets not. I mean, for the amount of effort you have to put in to get one of those 400 candy,
Yeah.
it's not really all that good. That Dawn fan, is that what that thing's called?
He's a
Yeah.
fan
Or
of
he's a
Dawn.
fan of mine. That thing kicks ass. In
Yeah,
there.
because he's rock and ground type. Which
He
is,
kicks ass. Him and the Golem. You put the 2 of them in
You
there.
know who
they-
else has been good is Hypno.
Is he?
I don't have a very powerful one, but I have a bunch of them.
Yeah.
So I lined a bunch of them up, and I almost beat the Muck myself, but then I ran out
Oh,
of
that's
time.
your dream to get a
And
Muck.
I'm trying so hard to get a Muck.
I have a Muck.
Gretchen keeps texting
Do you a
me.
Muck?
Yeah.
Gretchen keeps texting me when there's Muck raids nearby. And I'm like, oh, I can't get there yet. So thank you for trying.
Yeah, I think I have a muck and is it Grimer?
Grimer, yeah.
I have a Grimer. Let me see if I have a muck.
So when do you think the next big update where we'll get more Pokemon will come? You think it's going to be this legendary? They're going to be
I think
legendary?
it'll be the legendaries next. I think they're going to hold off on another generation until they get the legendaries from the first two out there.
I
So
also think that they're going to start doing the trading and the fighting soon.
I don't know if they'll ever do trading because that's kind of the Game Boy thing.
That's
they were
true.
kind of going to do something about doing the player versus player
Yeah.
type stuff where you can go and fight someone or whatever.
I think they should make it so you have to both be at a gym to do that, so it still gets you out and about instead of
Yeah.
us just sitting here playing each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah,
We can
playing
get
with
the
each
DS
other.
out and do that.
I wish you could at least maybe not trade Pokemon, but at least candy
Or items or
Yeah.
something.
or items.
Another big thing that we forgot to point out is they've cracked down on cheating.
Good.
Good.
They've put a red slash over Pokemon in your game that you've acquired by any cheating means.
Oh, really?
Oh.
And you can't use them in gyms
Yeah.
or raids.
So if you like hacked it, so you got when you had those ridiculous like Tyrannodons that are like 3,900.
Well, the article I read was specifically about people using GPS spoofing
Yeah.
to get the ones in Europe
Oh, okay.
or Asia, like the exclusives, because there's programs online
I
where
hope Mike Johnson got his European ones taken off.
You got us the right way.
There's no way this guy's been all these places.
Exactly.
It does something where you
quickly?
can go on like some kind of a database and it'll tell you real time coordinates of Pokemon around the world.
Yeah.
And you can set there's programs to spoof your phone's GPS.
Yeah.
You can swoop in, start the battle, and then come home and then undo the GPS spoof, and you caught the Pokemon where you are, but people know that was only available in Europe or Asia or wherever. So
Well, what was the game, Brock, that was that this was based off of the mapping from
Ingress.
Ingress?
Yeah.
There was people that I know were using Ingress to go to areas where like whatever you were trying, whenever you see there's a concentration of something in Ingress, you would go to an area where there was none of that using the Ingress map. And if you'd wait by there, that's where like rare Pokemon would spawn.
yeah.
That
I
was
don't
like
know
the opposite of.
The opposite. So
See, I don't
like
know if they'd frown on that. I think it's just like there were
some people were finding like Charmander nests and odd things like that. They were going there and lighting an incest. Incest. An incest.
So disappointed.
You just shake your head in disgust. You know what I'm talking about. They were lighting one of those things,
Incense.
and rare ones were popping up. They were going to a field and
basically,
having incest.
if you're listening to this, don't put your username and password into any other thing besides your Pokemon Go account because you will probably get flagged.
Yes.
Because I guess they're using these sites as part of like their deal was like they're getting the information from these sites of people who have used them, like these tracking sites and stuff like that. There's even sites where they'll appraise your Pokemon. You can ask the professor to appraise your Pokemon.
Yeah.
He'll give you some cryptic answer about.
Well, apparently, the one guy I used to work with knew that what everything was said. What was the difference?
Yeah.
And, like to get the to get the best stats. For the Pokemon.
IVs.
Yeah, which I think that IVs has ruined Pokemon. Like I don't know, I feel like it's not as fun when you're trying to IV mine.
Right.
Do you use the appraisal thing ever?
I do.
I just like to I like to change my Pokemon's name to Wiener and then have them be like, oh, your Wiener's very big. Like,
But there was a site that would tell you exactly where each of your IVs ranked because it's in the data from the game.
yeah.
And if you put your Pokemon data into that, that gets the red slash and you can't use it anymore.
That's messed up.
I used the appraisal for when I had that fighting dude.
Yeah, so you
it-
could figure out.
It would tell you which one he was hot, which one was better on. That's how I knew which one.
Yeah.
So you could get a Hitmo, whatever. I can't even.
I still don't have the baby version.
I haven't gotten him either.
He's cool looking. He's one of my favorite guys.
Tyrogue.
Yeah, he's a cool looking dude. I kept one around just to have him in my little items there. But yeah, I don't know. It's been. I think has definitely helped the game.
One thing I don't like is the coin payout is a lot less than it was before
Oh,
for
yeah.
gyms.
Because I only needed 10 coins. Because I bought coins to begin with, but then I was doing so many gyms because it was near me. But now it's doing so many
You
gyms.
holding that microphone?
Oh, my belly. It's so comfortable.
Yeah, it's maxed out now at 50 coins a day.
Okay.
It used to be 100, so they cut that in half, and you can only get a maximum of 350 per week now. Which used to be 700, so they cut it all in half. So a lot of the meta gamers are complaining about that.
Well, you know what? If the metagamers are complaining, that means you're doing something right.
Yeah, because that's all people. That's really all they do is just walk around and play Pokemon.
Yeah, I mean, if you work from home, you can just go to any park.
Oh boy.
Wearing Dr. Fate's helmet.
You had to get Dr. Fate in there, didn't you? What was that thing you did?
He would put a counter up for. He checked.
Yeah, we got all the requirements in for the.
You didn't say Justin was ready, or
I said that before we went on the air.
there was something else you were saying every single episode for a while there.
What was that?
I forget what it is now. You didn't say hot breath.
I've never said that.
When the repeater can't remember what he repeats, he's done.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right,
So I
so
didn't
that's
repeat
our
anything.
third Pokemon episode. We'll probably do another one because when do you think the next update will come? The Legendaries?
I'm going to
August?
think August, yeah. Thinking August after their event.
Of course, because I'm like, not that I'm close to getting all of them, but I got a lot more than I had when
Yeah.
I'm way ahead. Now they'll add, what, like another 100 in or 50
Probably.
in?
Probably about 80 again.
80
I did like that they warned us that there's evolutions of other stuff coming up, so you got to start catching more.
That was
candy.
cool.
And that came
you
from
found
the
that. That
Niantic
was
themselves.
good.
Yeah.
That was good. Because since you showed us that, I've been collecting like those Swinubs and
Yeah, stuff that you
Warmer,
wouldn't normally
things I'm
collect.
like
yeah,
over
yeah,
with. I'm like,
yeah.
I gotta get more of these.
I'm
Yes.
annoyed that Eevee's going up to 75, though.
You know what? I'm not, because it's a little bit more of a challenge.
Yeah.
Because before 25 was pretty easy to get to.
And Eevee seems real common since this latest update.
Yeah,
I
they're
catch one every
everywhere.
morning outside
Yeah.
my house.
Yeah. They're,
So I'm okay that it's a little bit. I like a little bit more of a challenge than just finding it right away.
and the ones that I've caught recently have been close to 700 to
Yeah.
start.
Yeah,
So.
mine too.
I'm weird with stuff like that. Like if I'm working on evolving something and I see the evolved version in the wild, I don't even go anywhere near it. Because I'm like, no, I'm working towards it. I don't want that one. I don't want to see it yet. I want to work towards it and get it.
Oh, I caught a Typhlosion in the wild. And
You're a
and
Typhlosion.
then I got rid of it for the candy and evolved my
No,
regular.
I don't want it.
I love that you get more candy now for Stage 1 and Stage 2 evolutions.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, you get 5 and 10. Like if you get
Is
the
it
Stage
raining it?
1, you get a 5 candies for it. If you get a Stage 2, you get 10 candies for it.
Oh,
Nice.
then
You
if
catch
you,
it on the wild.
but if you pineapple it, do you get double that?
Mm-hmm.
I really think they should retire seeing Pidgeys and Rattatas, though. I'm tired of seeing them. I don't see the
I
purpose
don't
of
see
them
the
anymore.
Rattatas there very much anymore.
Well, I think
Pidgeys
they're-
are everywhere
those
still.
are you keep those and you keep doing the Ditto thing, so you can catch if you catch them if you want more Dittos
Yeah.
to
I
have.
heard
a pop.
Ditto's pretty meta in the gym, the new gym format now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I don't have any good ones.
I have two that aren't great, but
I have to start walking with my Ditto.
I'm walking with my Porygon right now, so I can evolve it.
All right.
I still haven't got a Porygon.
Here's my biggest complaint about this game. That you know what I'm going to say is I'm
Not
tired of
enough
these.
butts.
I'm tired of these evolution items because I don't know what the rhyme or reason to them are, but I have
There's only gonna be
gotten
more.
so many 7-day streaks, and I have so many goddamn dragon scales, and that's all I have.
I have
can't
3
get a metal
dragon
coat
scales.
to save my
I
life.
have 4 metal coats.
I have 5 things that I could evolve with a metal coat. I can't get one. It won't give me one.
At some point, they should go like 14-day streak, 21-day streak.
But I mean, I think it should be smart enough to go. This is what he needs, or he needs a few more of these, and give you some. I don't.
Right, because they don't
understand.
there's no option to buy them, so it's
There's
not
no
like
option to buy
you
it.
can
There's
do
nothing
that.
you can do, and then it's so random when you get them. It just makes no sense to me. It drives me nuts.
I'm fine with it. I got all.
There's going to be more.
Oh, you're fine with it because you got everything you need. So Ken's fine with it. Hey, everybody, Ken's fine with it because he got it. He got it.
Future generations, there's going to be
See,
more.
we should be able to trade. I should be able to give you like something so you give me a metal coat.
I don't want anything.
Okay. All right, we're done with this podcast. I hate Ken. Can we send him home, please?
Hey, this episode is sponsored by DB's Comic Talk.
Check it out. It's the most watched videos on our show. Because people love me. And they hate hearing Ken's stupid voice and seeing his mustache.
No one can see my mustache.
Well, they can see it. There's a webcam in the corner recording you right now.
Is it in Power Girl's bosom?
Yes, it is.
Be a good place for it.
All right.
All right.
Pokemon
Well,
Go.
Thanks for listening, everybody. Please like, share, subscribe, invite.